You know what really grinds my gears?
I don't know. What really does chap your khakis?
I hate it when my khakis get chapped. And they always get chapped.
So what rustles your jimmies, Marshall?
God, my jimmies are so rustled right now thinking about this. But the other day... I'm just kidding. They're not really rustled at all. But the other day, I was just chilling, right? Chilling like a villain. Talking about some Vanilla Ice. And this schmo... This Joe Schmo... this little Joe Schmo comes up and he's like... Vanilla Ice sucks. And I looked at him and I'm like, you know, I wish you didn't exist on this planet right now.
Whoa.
And he hurt inside. I hurt his feelings.
You hurt? Aww.
He cried for like half an hour. And I was just sitting
Buddy.
there like, dude, you better watch out.
You better not cry.
You better not cry. And you better not pout because, god damn it, I'm telling you why. I'm sick of hearing it. And
not because of Santa Claus?
No, there is no Santa.
Oh, Marshall, you can't say that on here. There's children listening.
I really hope not.
Oh, well, I thought it would be kind of cool if children listened to us and thought of us as role models.
Yeah, role models. That's it.
Like,
their parents
I would be
what
Paul.
What the hell are you watching?
Of course, I would be Paul Rudd.
Yeah, of course. I would have to be...
You're the more, fun... handsome one. I don't know who he was.
I'd be a zombie from Blops 2. That's the kind of role model I am.
Okay, well...
Actually, if I was to be a role model, I would kind of hope to be a person of such high caliber as Judas.
Judas?
Yeah. Not Iscariot. No.
Oh, okay.
Not that guy.
Okay, I was gonna say there's
my friend Judas.
Okay, there's some other role model choices out there.
He's a good guy. People give him a lot of crap because his name is Judas.
Yeah,
and his last name is Chariot. and everyone's like, "Hey, it's Judas's Chariot," and everyone's like, "What? It's Judas Iscariot?" And it's a sad...
I didn't think anybody even knew his last name anymore because our world is going downhill.
It's such a sad thing when the world goes downhill without a brake. It doesn't have a handbrake, and you can't stop.
Well, I wonder when Japan's gonna recall it like they did with all those Toyotas that they did. Do you remember that? Do you remember when, like... there was faulty brakes in some of the new Priuses, so like people would like, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's what you
get when you buy a
I'm
Prius.
Like, finally we're gonna have some natural selection over in California. Get rid of some of those obnoxious environmentalists. They're like, oh, my car is so smart. I'm like, okay.
Look, it's Mario.
Is that what you've been drawing?
It's me, Mario.
He doesn't even have facial structure.
He doesn't need facial structure.
It's just a couple of eyes. And why is he sad?
He's not sad.
He doesn't look happy?
Well, he's Mario.
Well, where's his...
What do you expect? His princess is constantly in another castle. Toad is constantly flipping him off.
That's true.
And he's constantly fighting these little bastards.
Yeah.
These little turtle screwy guys. Screwy guys.
And I don't even know
It's not even Metroid anymore. They're not screwy guys.
Nice. I appreciate that. I'm gonna...
Just sit back.
I appreciate that joke. That was a good joke to me. I liked it.
Thank you.
Because of the screw attack. I like that.
Speaking of screwing, I found artwork. Well, I didn't find it. A friend found artwork of this guy who made really nice masterpieces of art with screws. Colored screws.
Colored screws?
Colored screws. And I was like, well, if you don't like it, screw you. Just letting that sink in for a second.
Wow. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. I didn't think you would. But I was like, that's a lot of work. And he made it 3D, it looked like.
Really?
Yeah. Like, those things? Those little tubular things that you can stick your hand on?
You mean tubes?
That you can stick your hand on, and it pushes them forward and makes the image of your hand on the other side, like Han Solo when he gets frozen.
And carbonite. Hey, you actually knew the term.
Yeah. High five, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm happy about that one.
And it's kind of like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
They're usually
have a couple
like
of those.
purple or
yeah,
green.
I have a couple at home.
Yeah, it's like that. It's just like that.
Okay, that's pretty cool then. I like those.
Yeah, it looks like that, actually. It looked like someone took their face, a giant, face of Bo or something, and just pulled a giant one of those and went...
Nobody's going to understand that reference.
Except instead of the little noodly things, They were screws.
Whoa.
And colored.
Those little noodly things are called nails. They're like screws, but without the spiral staircase.
Oh, I love the spiral staircase. It makes me happy.
Spiral staircase. All you do is go around and around, and somehow you end up higher. It's so magical.
You know what else is magical?
What?
The world of Disney. I'm just kidding. I haven't seen half the freaking Disney movies, and everyone thinks it's weird.
Like, is it just me? Like, I never liked Disney movies. They freaked me out. Okay, first of all, just how much... you remember The Little Mermaid?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? Okay,
I'm telling you.
Do you know what Ursula looked like? Or
yeah, she was a big fat sea cow.
Okay,
She was a sea cow.
well, thanks for putting it that way. Now I can't say what I was going to say.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, like, she always freaked me out and gave me nightmares, and I think the reason is because she reminded me of my mom. not because of the weight, no,
but because of how sadistic and torturous she is.
Well, I meant just the laugh. Just the laugh alone, like, remind me. And it didn't even sound like my mom's laugh, but it still scared me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds like mom's laugh. That's not how it sounded at all.
I never watched it.
I know.
So there's my my leeway.
Your leeway?
My leeway. My Sharona.
Miley Cyrus?
My Mario.
That's a good Mario.
I was originally going for this Canadian style hat instead of the original. But then I forgot to do sideburns.
So it's kind of like Mario meets Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
it's like it's like if Nintendo had hired Brian Lee O'Malley to animate.
And now he's wearing a V-neck.
That actually a V-neck. Scott Pilgrim's not cool enough to wear V-necks. So, wow, you even gave him a freaking
thyroid. Yeah, an Adam's apple.
An Adam's apple. I mean, I can't even see my own, and yet I can see a drawing of one. That's amazing.
Look at the detail.
Oh, look at those look at that clavicle.
Look at those.
I wish you people
those Italian chest hairs.
We're putting this on Facebook as soon as we're done with this.
All right,
you gotta see this.
Now he's like in a kimono. Oh my god, it's changing every second.
The Italian plumber meets Canadian and actually Japanese style.
Oh, now it looks like a suit almost.
No, it doesn't. Please don't.
It looks like a bathrobe. It's Mario in a bathrobe.
But he's still wearing his hat.
And he's tall. And his hat's tiny.
Well, you can't really tell he's
hat.
tall. What if he's,
Well, look at that neck and face. He's like Luigi. It's Luigi cosplaying as Mario in a bathrobe. Mama Luigi.
Try to get your brain around that. Okay, yeah.
And while you do, try not to get an erection. Wub 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 wub. I'm Skrillex.
That was good. That was good.
Alright, I'm done. Are you done? Off the record, I feel like this is going pretty well today.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's cheering me up, too. It's brightening my mood.
I heard that you weren't in the best of today's.
Best of today's.
I heard you weren't in the best of today's, and I figured I could try to make you laugh a little.
Oh.
Which is, I'm assuming, why you wanted to do it today.
Well, that and because, I actually had the night off.
Which is good.
Wait till you get to the second game. It is so good.
Is it Echoes?
Yes.
Oh. So, Jared has lent me Metroid Prime 5.
What?
It's called Metroid Prime 5.
That's not even true.
Jurassic Park 2.
Okay.
It's an amazing crossover, and I'm having a blast. Like, Jared, tell him your favorite part. Just listen to this, because it blows my mind every time I hear it.
I love it when the Velociraptors have babies with the Chozo ghosts, and so suddenly you have all these Velociraptors running around, and they're in stealth mode with like they're like basically like camo mode for those of you who are Halo fans. Like you got invisible raptors flying around.
Yeah.
You got to use your you got Keanu Reeves talking to you in your headset, and he's like, Samus, switch to your X-ray visor, and then you got to fight all these guys, and
then Mel Gibson comes out, and he just ruins it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I don't play the game.
You know what? That's the controversial part, because I thought it was very encouraging having him come out, and he hands me a cross, and he says, "Take this. It's dangerous to go alone."
Yeah.
And then
he's dressed up like,
I was like,
William
okay.
Riker. And he hands you a cross.
Did he have the beard?
No.
Oh,
Mel
dang
Gibson, he's famous for not being able to grow facial hair.
What?
So, yeah.
Pretty sure he had facial
No,
hair.
no,
he had facial hair.
You're mistaken.
No, in Hamlet, he had facial hair.
It was fake. It's a little known fact. It was glued to his face.
Yeah, he was in that with who else was? Brian Blessed.
Yeah,
Brian Blessed was in that.
Brian's,
oh man,
I'm pretty sure they like cropped off all of Brian's beard and gave it to Mel Gibson.
That explains why it looked so good.
And the next day, Brian Blessed's beard was back.
Well, yeah.
Not even a day later, more like an hour. Yeah, but actually, my favorite part was when the Turok Hunter guy came in. And he looked at Samus, and he was like...
That's a blast from the past.
He looked at Samus, and he's like, "Samus, what are you doing? This is my game. Get out." And Samus is like, "Oh, I guess you're right.
You're obsolete now, Turok Hunter guy."
And then that's when Samus ends up going back and fighting the Chozo again, rather than...
Fighting them?
Yeah, she's actually trying to kill them all now.
What?
Yeah.
Everything I know is a lie.
It should be. That's why corruption. That's what corruption's all about. Metroid Prime Corruption is all about the Chozo being corrupted and Samus going in to purge them from the world.
Not even... That's horrible. You just made Samus sound like Hitler.
I actually know nothing about the Metroid series other than Samus is a girl and she's a girl. That's about as far as I'm going to go into it.
Yes, she is. And a pretty good looking one, too.
The reason that the games are rated T for teen is because at the end of every game, she's stripped.
That is definitely not true. She takes off, like, her helmet.
She takes off a lot of her armor in all the other games.
What? Which games?
Like, all of them, pretty much. Like, at the end of all the Game Boy games and all that,
okay,
it shows her in her suit,
those.
and then suddenly it shows her in her blue suit. Just the one from Brawl and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Zero suit. They actually cleaned that up. In the original, like, she was wearing, like, a bikini underneath.
Yeah.
Like, just underwear. So they gave her, like, a spacesuit underneath.
So that's what they did for a lot of them. I don't know if they did that in the one that you're thinking of. But I know that for most of them, she, like, takes off all of her suit. Like, it just disintegrates.
Well, like, it's programmed. Whenever she doesn't need it, it can just, like, disappear.
It disappears, like...
It's like a program. It's like she's like Mega Man.
It disappears that's why Brian Blessed in Hamlet.
She's got the Mega Buster on her arm, just like Mega Man.
She does. She does, actually.
Oh, my. I wonder what...
She's Mega Man. She is Mega Man.
She's Mega Man.
She's Mega Woman.
No, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, she can.
She's a... What? Oh, Marshall, no.
And this is why viewer discretion is always advised. Oh, God.
That was horrible.
That was horrifying.
That was pretty good.
It's a great image. Don't do what I think you're gonna... Okay, good.
What?
What?
What did you think I was gonna do?
Something vaguely arousing.
Stop it.
You never know.
It's not.
Look at Metroid Prime Closet Play.
Oh, cool. That's when it has the hazard shield on.
So which is the one that you let me borrow?
Oh, I should probably where is the first Metroid Prime game?
What was that Fox game?
Slylock Fox?
No. Fox.
Star Fox.
Star Fox, yes.
Yeah.
The one where he has Crystal for the first time or whatever.
Oh,
it was on the
Star Fox Adventure, I think is what it was called. Yeah. A lot of people didn't like it because it kind of deviated from the first two games, but I thought it was pretty cool.
It was interesting.
It was. It was
I
at
never
least
actually
interesting.
Beat it, I don't think.
Never?
I don't think so. I didn't have it for very long.
Oh, cool. All of her suits.
She's got like a suit and a bow tie. God damn.
Okay.
Yeah. just roll over and accept it. In her Majora Mask suit.
Is that what you tell your girlfriend?
No. That's what I tell yours.
Oh! That's fair. That's
not very fair at all.
Really?
No.
Hey! Yeah, that's not fair. Made me think it was.
Yeah, I tried to trick you, but it didn't work.
Yeah, really got me.
Did you ever see Snakes on a Plane 2? So many snakes.
I did not see.
It actually wasn't about a plane at all. I mean, they should have just titled it Snakes on a Train. Because they were on a little train.
But they're
snakes.
traveling across Kansas, and so it's spelled plain like the plains of Kansas.
Yeah,
so.
Snakes on the plains.
So if you watch that movie, be prepared. It's a little bit misleading at first.
Snakes on the plains, so many trains. Wait,
you forgot.
I'm getting confused here.
You forgot the automobiles.
Snakes on the plains, so many trains, no snakes. That's occasional snakes, gardener snakes.
It went straight to DVD.
Yeah, it was a Blu-ray only release. That it wasn't a very great sequel, to be honest. Snakes on a Train.
Then again, the first one wasn't that great either, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, Snakes on a Plane 3 though. That's where it came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me the plot of that one.
They were on a raft in the Indian Ocean.
Okay, that's
and
where's the plane exactly?
It's not there yet.
Okay.
It actually takes place in the same time period as the first one. As the plane is going over the Indian Ocean, like they open the door and a snake falls out and it lands on this raft, and you just see Russell Crowe. I think it was Russell Crowe. You see Russell Crowe paddling in this little raft, and suddenly like a boa constrictor falls on him, and he's like, "Ah!" But then because he's Russell Crowe,
he doesn't sound like that. He says, "Ah!" Christian Bale.
Because of Russell Crowe is actually a real life gladiator. He just pulled out his gladiator sword, his little Gladys. He pulled it out, and he's like, that's the sound a sword makes. And he stabbed it right in the face, and the snake just looked at him like, dude.
Not cool.
Cool your jets. I just got thrown from a plane. I am not in the mood. And basically, it's a story all about how Russell Crowe has to tame the snake, who he calls Richard Parker. And he grows rather attached to it. And it actually escapes somewhere in South America, and he kind of feels sad at that point. He just wants to be with Richard Parker. I mean, it's his pet at this point. God, it was so sad. I mean... The Life of Crow was such a sad movie.
I thought you said it was called Snakes on a Plane 3.
Well, the alternate title is The Life of Crow.
Okay, like the little subtitle after the
Yeah. It's the first chapter of the book is titled The Life of Crow. So, depending on the DVD release and which country you get, it changes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, they thought a lot about it, obviously. I mean, it's a real movie, don't get me wrong.
Oh, don't worry. I trust you.
God, it was beautiful.
No. Too old to instinct. So did you hear about that movie? Basic Instinct 3, Too Old to Instinct.
Sharon Stone, Jack Nicholson, the angry barber.
No, well, he's a barber on the side, but his main profession... Jack Nicholson is a gynecologist. And
Sarah Jessica Parker.
And whatever
is his wife.
Whenever Jack Nicholson's character goes into work, he's like, all right, let's get ready.
He locks his wife in the stables.
He always makes sure that he lotions his hands, and then he goes under, and he says, here's Johnny.
His name isn't even Johnny in the movie. Is that Wolverine? Oh my god. X-Men, The Very, Very Last Stand, honestly. You know, I heard they were making Borderlands 3. And
really?
On the front cover, it's going to be him with two guns up to his face, and then they're going to crop out one of his arms in the hand, and they're just going to put it above his head too, so there's three hands all pointed at his face.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Did you see Harry Potter 8?
Do you mean the second part of the seventh book, like the eighth movie, but part 2? Or
no?
Oh, okay.
Harry Potter 8.
Okay. Enlighten me. What was it called?
Right. It was called Harry Potter 8. The boy who should have died but didn't. Right? Yeah. It's about Voldemort's son.
Voldemort had a son.
He had a son with
Minerva McGonagall.
Yeah. Minerva MacGyver.
MacGyver.
He had a son with MacGyver. And basically...
they made it out of scrap parts and chewing gum.
He's a robot. That's the twist, is that his son is actually a robot. So he's the boy who should have died.
And
because they put a boy's heart in there.
Whoa.
So the robot's alive.
Oh, wow.
And the entire movie has nothing to do with Harry Potter. I mean, Harry Potter, at this point, he's already like a dad. He has a child. It's about his son. Harry Potter's son, Richard Greer.
Richard Greer.
Richard Greer. It's not Richard Gere or anything. It's Richard Greer.
I'm pretty sure it's Richard Gere.
It's Richard Greer. And his son is named Richard Greer. And he goes up to Snape's son. He goes up to Voldemort's son.
Snape died. He doesn't have a son.
Who was Voldemort's son? What was his name again?
Rick Ghastly.
Yeah, it's Richard Greer and Rick Ghastly. And basically...
That's what draws them together, actually. They realize they have the same first name. And that
and they realize their friendship. They realize that they're no strangers to love. And that they both know the rules.
Stop it with the freaking Bon Jovi music.
Yeah. And so... Basically, they end up becoming best friends, and Harry is obviously like, dude, I don't feel comfortable with you hanging out with a robot who is the son of my worst enemy. And his son is just like, Dad, I'm Richard Greer.
I do what I want.
I mean, I was in that movie Hachiko, and that made me cry for hours.
I think that was Richard Gere.
It was, actually. But they misspelled his name. It was Richard Greer. They misspelled his name in the credits. Here's Harry Potter's son, Sweeney Claus. Let's say the 34th. Yeah. Oh. I thought it said it was coming out on
December
Santa
34th Street.
Did you ever see The Scorpion King?
No.
Oh. Never mind.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
I was going to set up something, but I can't remember. I never saw it either.
You were going to set something up, but you couldn't remember.
I couldn't remember if you'd seen it, and then I never saw it, so I wasn't sure if you'd get it, because I thought you'd... No. Alright, how about Slim Jims? What is your take on Slim Jims?
I don't like them.
Wow.
Okay, discussion over. So,
Wow.
what do you...
Wow.
I don't think
we can be friends.
I've never had them.
Do you want one after this?
No.
We can go to the store and I'll buy you one.
They scare me.
I'll buy you one.
I'm pretty sure Bill Engvall once said that if you squeeze it, like, grease comes out of the other end.
Well, that's because Bill Engvall is obviously talking about Southern Slim Jims. Yeah. Southern Slim Jims. And basically, they're like hot dogs, pretty much, with grease inside. So
Slim Jims aren't really like that.
No, they're not. They're actually pretty dry. It's basically beef jerky, but in a stick. Instead of like a strip.
Oh.
They're actually really good.
Well, I do like beef jerky.
Yeah, somewhat. I'll buy you one.
I mean, I don't eat it all the time. I think the last time I had, like...
God, no, because it's too expensive to eat all the time.
I know!
It's like $6 for a small bag.
It's horrible. Beef jerky prices.
My cousin actually went and
That's what's wrong with America.
That's why America's in a recession.
It's because of beef jerky prices.
They can't sell it.
Screw politicians and their beef jerky prices.
My cousin actually went out and killed a deer, skinned it, and made beef jerky that lasted him like a month.
Deer jerky.
Yeah.
And I've had deer jerky.
It was actually
it's awesome.
It was beef jerky from a deer.
Okay. That makes
venison jerky. Vinegar. It was vinegar.
The only jerk around here is you.
No, but in serious news, the president of Iceland? Is it the president?
Maybe.
He was saying
Do they have a president, or do they just have like some Viking overlord?
They
have a Viking overlord who just
Viking committee.
He just grabs a woman and rapes her and says, "I'm the president, and this is my new queen.
I am the president, and you shall obey me.
Hear me roar.
I am the daddy. Now call me." Anyways, the president of Iceland actually said in a statement the other day that the reason that they were able to break out of the recession is because they bailed out the lower class and put the banksters behind bars.
Whoa.
And he said that if America and Greece and all of Europe would do that, they wouldn't have the same problem because they were having a recession just like Greece is. And he said that if Greece had the stones, if they had the cojones to actually throw their banksters behind bars and bail out the middle class and the lower class, then they would be able to bring it back. But they're not going to because it's Greece and democracy and stuff.
So, in other news, I'm going to take this a completely different direction. Apparently, there's a woman now, a doctor in Beverly Hills, who, in response to all the shootings that have taken place in the past couple of months, she is now offering, for better gun control, she's offering to give penile enlargement surgery in exchange for assault rifles. So men can come in and bring in their weapons and get a bigger penis in return. Wow. Let's skip that one, please.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
anatomically, does it have the tumor? Never mind. Fine. Screw you.
Yeah, it's in his brain. Is that where his tumor was? Steve Jobs?
I don't know.
I didn't know he had a tumor.
What? He died of cancer.
Dingling. A privately owned Dingling. It's like that song by Chuck Berry.
What?
My ding-a-ling, oh my ding-a-ling.
Let's not talk about Chuck Berry right now.
Buck Cherry.
Buck
Is that why they named their band Buck Cherry? Because of Chuck Berry? Probably.
Oh, man.
You remember that band Buck Cherry?
You just blew my mind.
It didn't take off very well, I fear. It was big back in like 2008. A lot of people were like, oh, it's Buck Cherry.
Yeah, so were
I don't even remember
Boots.
any of their songs. God, what songs?
It's probably
did
a
they
good
sing?
thing.
What song were they most famous for? You should look that up. I want to know. What a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, we'll skip on the series. What am I looking up again?
Buck Cherry's most famous song.
Buck Cherry.
Crazy Bitch. That's what it was.
What?
Hey, yeah. Hey, you're a beat. Oh.
That doesn't sound like music. That sounds like rap.
Suddenly it's a Selena Gomez song. But yeah, it was actually
What?
that song, Crazy Bitch.
She doesn't talk like that.
That song, Love Song.
What?
A beat. Oh.
Love Song by Taylor Swift?
Wait,
hold on. Who's Love Song? Who is Love? I know the cover by 4 Years Strong, which is
Love Song by
it's
by Bon Jovi.
By damn
Generic Love Song by Bon Jovi.
Stop it with Bon Jovi. You're just.
Oh wait, he started it.
You're really attached to him tonight, aren't you?
God, I'm attached.
Get off that dude's dick.
Speaking of, and this is a lot like Jeff saying, speaking of testicles, by the way, because this is speaking of dicks. At work the other day, Sean Hasso came in, and he's like, Marshall, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And eventually I got kind of sick of it. I mean, he's a really cool guy, but I just wasn't in the mood to be someone's little errand boy. So basically I was like, Sean, do I look like a whore? He's like, what?
Whoa.
And I'm like, then get off my dick. And he just looked at me and he's like, okay. And just walked off.
Did you do the talk to the hand thing?
Yeah, I snapped.
Talk to the fingers. You did
I snapped and made the Z.
The tri-snap.
And I was like, girl.
With
you
a
go, girl.
With a U.
Girl.
You go, girl.
I was like, you go, girl. It's like, girl, you best not be hating. And he just looked at me and he's like, dude, I think it's time we sat down and had an intervention and discussed some things. And I looked at him and I just said, Sean, erectile dysfunction is absolutely normal and you don't have to hide it anymore. No, but seriously, he does.
What? Stop.
Sean doesn't have it.
He's not going to like to listen to this if you say that.
We were playing Hangman at work. And
that sounds productive.
I know. We don't do anything.
You guys suck.
We were playing Hangman in Hester, and we had to give a theme because it could be about anything. So my theme was old people problems with a hashtag in front of old people, like Twitter.
Yeah.
Old people problems. And I made it a really long word, and I got through about 2 letters before Erin Crow, she stands up, she's like, erectile dysfunction. And I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, that's actually it.
Maybe if you didn't talk about it all the time.
I didn't, though. That was the first time I'd said it at work.
They probably went perusing through your Facebook page and just saw how much you talk about it all the time.
I've never talked about erectile dysfunction.
Here's the thing. Let's talk about Al Roker for a second.
Who?
Al Roker.
Who's that?
He's a news weather
Conspiracy
news
theorist.
He's a news guy. Yeah, he's like Julian Assange.
Oh God,
I just brought that back. Remember that?
he got extradited and saved, pretty much by the Bell.
By the
By the Cosbys.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah,
From
Kristen Stewart.
She wasn't. No, from Veronica Mars.
From Here Now, Gone Tomorrow.
What?
What? I don't know.
So did you hear they're bringing back Veronica Mars?
Are they?
Yeah, but it's gonna be starring a new character. It's kind of a spin-off with a man named Mark Jupiter, and basically he's at a party and somebody spikes his drink and he loses his virginity, and then he vows to become the Batman.
Oh my God! Is Woody Harrelson in it still? Does he become like Alfred?
I don't know who that is.
Woody?
Who?
You don't know who Woody is?
Woody who?
Woody
who?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he was in Veronica Mars as the dad.
What? He was? Oh my gosh, he was.
He was. He was also in
Woody
Anger
Harrelson.
Management as Galaxia.
Galaxia.
He played a male prostitute, pretty much, who dressed up like a female. And
That sounds
he was
like a
also
job he would
he
do.
also worked at, I think, a baseball field as security.
He
as
was
a guy, though.
He was a ball boy.
Yeah, he's a ball boy.
Well, with his night job.
And his Twinkies.
Stop.
Yeah. The cast. Who actually played in that? Like, who was Alfred
In what?
in Veronica Mars?
Did you say a cat?
Who was Alfred? Who was the cast?
Oh, I don't know.
Chuck Testa.
Chuck Testa.
He had to step on a stool, though, because he's not very tall.
Yeah.
He's only like 5 feet.
Maybe he was on one of his famous taxidermy horses.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. He was walking around like Teddy Roosevelt on his
I haven't
horse.
thought about... or like...
That's some serious shit right there.
I haven't thought about Chuck Testa in months.
You know, I was watching these two guys who actually brought him to fame. Like, they created the video, and they're pretty funny dudes. And, God, that scared me. I thought something was wrong with it.
No, what the scary part is how much editing you have to do.
It's fine. It's going for an hour. I'll have fun doing it.
Will you?
I will. I'll do it at work. It'll give me something productive to do.
I hate you. I'm at work busting my chops.
Busting my balls, Jared. You're busting them.
I'm actually working and shipping things and
Oh, I work.
and all
It's
the
just-
Budweiser so much.
We're so fly, so G that we get it done early.
Like a G6.
Like a G7 even. We get it done so early that we end up having like a 40-minute break because we have all that extra time. Yeah. No, but in seriousness, for realsies. For realsies.
For realsies?
Yeah. Who's your favorite part?
Oh yeah, I forgot. We were talking about that, weren't we?
Let's just skip it.
I never got to answer.
You said Trika.
You know what? I'm gonna have a different answer because you suck.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go with the. No, I can't. I don't.
Mormons. Are Mormons Christians?
Why are we talking about that? Okay, that's like asking if... Wow, I don't have an analogy.
I found a great picture that'll work instead.
What?
Basically, they said, the Old Testament, the Torah, was the first movie, and the Jews thought it was the best. They're like, dude, this movie is the original. It can't get any better than this. The second movie came out, and it was all about Jesus in the New Testament, and all these new folks are all like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, best sequel ever!
It's kind of like with the original Star Wars came out
and
in like the 70s, and then the newer ones came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and the Jews in the first movie, the fans were all like, the second movie's okay, but we don't like it as much. And so they ended up making a third movie, the threequel. It's in the dictionary. It actually is in the dictionary.
That's
threequel.
That's bad.
It's been added along with words like canoodle and texting. But anyways, basically they said the third movie is the movie that takes the second movie, and instead of making Jesus the hero, he ends up being a side character. He's still there, it's still around the same time, but Jesus is just a side character at this point, and they introduce a whole new character, and the Muslims are just like, whoa, this guy rocks!
The Muslims are like, well,
Muhammad Ali,
when are we gonna get a movie?
Muhammad Ali steps in and takes the lead role.
Played by Will Smith.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
And Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Both of them at once.
They can't both be Muhammad Ali.
They're wearing a fat suit.
One of them plays George Foreman.
Oh God, Red Foreman. Anyways,
stop.
If you're a Muslim, white. I'm just joking. It's Muhammad, and the Muslims are like, "Yay, Muhammad rocks. Jesus was cool too, but he wasn't as cool as Muhammad. Yay!" And
we were talking about Mormons.
And so basically, you have those three movies, and then you have people who make really bad fan fiction. And those are the Mormons. They make the really bad fan fiction that everybody hates, and everyone thinks is really pointless. It's all the Rule 34 crap, and everyone hates it.
Oh, no.
And the Mormons are like, yeah, it's kind of like the Bronies. I will dare say it's a lot like Bronism when it gets down to the nitty-gritty.
Don't you dare.
Like, you get the bronies.
No,
I'm not a brony, for one.
No.
I know a lot of guys are nowadays, but I won't ever be again. I was briefly. I watched it. I wanted to see the hype.
Shut your whore mouth.
And
don't compare Mormons to bronies.
Listen to this, bitch. And basically, you have the bronies. You have different levels, apparently. I heard this from Jacob. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows because he's... I question him sometimes.
It's probably the highest level.
Probably. He's probably like level 9001.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's over 8,000,
He's actually probably level 9,000 and like 10 XP.
10 XP.
Anyways.
Just barely.
You get XP for every brony you commit to join the Masonic Order. Anyways.
Stop it.
He says that there are different levels. And basically you get the bronies who think it's a good show based on friendship. And then you get the fanfic people who are all like, oh God, Rainbow Dash is so hot. She's such a lesbian. And oh my God, Twilight Sparkle, I would rip that apart.
So you're telling me Rainbow Dash isn't a lesbian?
Oh, she is. But basically that's what the fanfic is. It's a really bad fanfic that all the other people don't like. And so that is Major Religion in a nutshell.
Is there a third category? Is there a third category of bronies?
Yeah,
because since I don't actually watch the first...
There was like the bronies.
Since I actually don't watch the show very much, then I fall into that second category.
There were the bronies, the sweaty neckbeards, and the ponies, apparently. Bronies, ponies, and neckbeards. The neckbeards just want the porn. The bronies like it for what it is, and the ponies, I have no freaking clue. I have no idea what that even means. Nor do I really want to know. In other news, did you hear about that movie, The Matrix 4? Here we go again. On our own. Here we go again on our own. Ba-da-dum-dum.
Darn it, Marshall, if you don't stop bringing Bon Jovi into this.
Yeah. And it shows... And the teaser trailer was so great. I mean, it showed Nick Cage. God. And he was Morpheus.
Well, I want to give you the choice between a red and a blue pill.
And they completely took Keanu Reeves out of it. And now it's... it's Nick Swartzen now. He's the main character. He's out doing a comedy joint. He rolled it, and now he's smoking the comedy joint. And Morpheus walks in.
See what you did there.
It's Nick Cage with his skin. Like, he's got a deep Caribbean, a Copacabana tan.
Okay.
He's got a Copacabana tan. And he walks in, and he's just like, Nick.
Wait.
Wake up.
Hey, Nick. You need to wake up, buddy.
And Nick just looks at him. He's like, why? I'm smoking a comedy joint. And Nick just looks at him again.
Oh, I get that. That's a pun.
Yeah.
But seriously, you're in the Matrix right now.
And Nick looks at him. He's like, does that mean I can be all like, what? and he starts doing kung fu and taekwondo, and then Nick Cage looks at him and he just says,
And he says, yes, you can do all that stuff if you want to, just don't go stealing the Declaration of Independence.
yeah. And then the real kick in the chops about this movie that made it so cool is that they actually do go steal the Declaration of Independence, and then after that, they pull the greatest heist in U.S. history. They steal the Statue of Liberty and stick it on top of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh.
They just balance it on top.
Because they say we don't need physics.
Because basically France wanted it back. So they were going through a recession in the fourth movie, and they needed the money from the really old copper, so they gave it back.
Wow.
Yeah, had nothing to do with the Matrix at all. I mean,
that movie
it's a bit iffy.
The movie sounds terrible. I'm gonna watch it twice.
God, we really need to have that Nick Cage marathon. I'm so looking forward to it.
I don't think I could ever get enough.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
We need to have like Nick Cage on here as a celebrity guest at some point. Do you know how cool that would be?
Yeah, it would be
just
cool.
Bring him on, have him talk about his movies, and maybe we could have him do a skit. Like someone says, like Bianca at work, she'll say something like, "You better watch out, Marshall," and then we can be like, "You better watch out. You damn well better not cry.
Don't do this
and if
again.
you pout, I will tell you why."
Oh gosh,
Nicolas Cage is coming to town.
Yeah,
and he's in a car, and he's angry, and he is driving. And at the same time...
he's driving and he's angry.
And at the same time, right now, it is the season of the witch.
Stop!
And you better watch out.
I think you forgot the ant bully.
Yeah, you better watch out because he's bullying his aunt. And she's not in a good mood either. She might just go all Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
His aunt is played by Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
It's Medea.
Medea goes to... what was it? It was like Medea goes to Road Rage or something.
Medea goes to Ghost Rider. I don't know.
Medea goes to prison. That was the movie.
What?
Yeah,
that one already came out.
Yeah, you see,
I didn't see
they
that
were conjoined movies. One was only about his aunt Medea, and the other was about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when they release...
It's if you watch it backwards.
It's like if they release two versions of Pokemon. They release those two movies.
Yeah. And if you watch Medea Goes to Prison backwards, you actually see The Matrix 4. Yeah. Nicolas Cage is driving around with his ghost head on fire, his skeleton head, and he's making deals with the devil like Sam and Dean. And then, God, it gets really exciting. Especially in, like, 30 minutes into it, you see Nicolas Cage riding around on his little motorcycle, whipping his hookshot around. Like, he's hookshotting all the targets placed in the city. Just mysteriously placed. I mean, no one knows who left them there. Probably those who came before. And...
how many of the...
I don't know how many references I just made.
Are you even real right now?
I made so many
What
references.
Are you on crack?
If
How are
you
you
find
doing
them
this?
all, be sure to write them all on the page so that you can win absolutely fucking nothing. My favorite prize.
Yeah. That's gonna reflect great on us.
I'll tell you what. We're not having a contest, so it doesn't matter.
Maybe once we get, people to like us.
Or maybe it's Maybelline. You ever think of that?
I will punch you in your face. Hey there, I'm Nicolas Cage. When I'm not chasing lost spirits as the devil's bounty hunter or stealing the Declaration of Independence, I like to listen to the Shenanglers podcast. It helps me to unwind at night.
When you're on great heists.
Shut up.
Oh, God. What should I do? Look up, like... Look up famous actors. Just list of famous actors. Famous footwear.
Hello, this is Sean Connery. Well, now that my career has taken a turn for the worse.
Come here, grandchild. Come shit on Grandpa's lap.
Grandpa, no! That sounds gross!
Child, I'm not asking you to shit on my lap. I'm asking you to come over here and shit on my lap. Grandpa, no! Oh, that was ace.
We're using it. J.K. Rowling all over again.
Grandpa, no! Ready for this? I'm not gonna use this one, by the way, but I just want to see it. Hey everybody, it's Sips! I'm just sitting here listening to the Shenanglers. They're a great bunch of bastards! But yeah, if you ever get some time, just check these mother truckers out. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hey, this is Tracy Morgan. When I'm not doing buddy cop films with my bro Bruce Willis or playing on 30 Rock, I like to listen to this podcast. Boy.
Son? Hello, this is Son Goku. Vegeta! Oh god. Kakarot, if you don't come over here and listen to this podcast with me, I'm gonna blow your brains out. That's not working. I don't know, I think I can do the Kakarot part pretty well, but that's about it. Suddenly he takes a Brooklyn accent every time. It's me, Mario, and I just wanted to say that I love the Shenanglers. They are my favorite podcast. Hey Luigi, why don't you come and listen?
Really? You're inviting me, brother?
You are Mama Luigi, after all. Did you ever see that from the show?
No, what?
Mama Luigi?
Mama Luigi?
Luigi hatches the Yoshi egg. He's like, Mama Luigi.
That's horrible.
You could have called me a Mama Luigi.
That's horrible. Sounds bad. He sounds bad.
He sounds bad, guys. You have to continue with your Darth Merle impression.
Darth Merle. What's his name?
You think you said Merle. You might have said Myrtle. I don't think you said Myrtle. Because that just reminds me of Harry Potter.
Hello? This is, oh god, I can't say my real name because I'm embarrassed. But basically, I'm a famous movie star, and...
Who are you supposed to be right now?
I have no idea.
What the heck?
There are 4 lights on the Shenanglers podcast. So if you haven't liked them yet, you need to go. This has been Patrick Stewart.
That doesn't even sound like Patrick
Doesn't
Stewart.
need to.
Do Will Riker.
What does he sound like?
That's a good. That's a good question.
I am William. I am William Riker. I like fast food and donuts. The moment when your family has to have 5 waiters to bring all your food. Ah, what a fatty.
Hi, this is Vin Diesel, and I'm listening to the Shenanglers. Whenever I'm not recording movies about babies and space and all that
what
good
space
stuff.
movie was he in?
The Chronicles of Riddick, man.
Was
Don't you
he?
watch my movies? God, I have
What
my
about
goggles
Fast
on.
and Furious?
No, you're thinking of someone else. I was not in Fast and Furious.
I'm pretty sure he was.
You can go fuck yourself. Yeah, he was, I know. So we've got like 2 impressions. Oh my god. Silence. It is the sound of silence. But you didn't have to watch the Shenanglers.
They didn't watch, they listened.
Alright, I'll redo it. But now you have to listen to the Shenanglers. Because we're awesome and you know that you want some of our man meat. Wait. That doesn't.
They don't want mine.
No, they don't want either of ours.
Why not yours? You're a hot piece of tail.
William Shatner. Rocket Man.
Somebody just said I had a good choice.
Hello, this is Michael Sarah. I just wanted to say that.
That does do that again. That's...
Hello, this is Michael Sarah. I just wanted to say that the Shenanglers are a great podcast, and whenever I'm feeling awkward at school or in my acting, I just listen to them and I feel better. And sometimes women come up and bitches be trying to make me act like I'm the father of their baby, but in reality, I just like podcasts. I mean, I have an addiction. It's a problem. I mean, sometimes I'm walking around and this chick comes and she just starts fighting me because they're like an ex and they're evil. No. Hi, I'm Michael Sarah, and you're listening to the Shenanglers. I hope you enjoy the show, because if you don't, well, that's cool too, but it's kind of sad that you don't like us, and it makes me hurt inside.
Hello, my name is William Shatner. I enjoy this podcast immensely. I think that you would as well if you gave it a chance. So, please, take a moment and listen. Thank you.
Hello, I am a robot with a Spanish accent at times, and I like to listen to the Shenanglers.
Stop.
Exterminate all other podcasts, because Daleks only listen to Shenanglers.
Martha, give me my quantum spanner. Yes, Doctor.
Yes, Doctor. Anything you ask and more, because I want your body.
Wait, does Martha actually want his body?
Everyone wants his body.
That's. I mean, look at us.
Yeah. We want his body.
All right, I think we're done here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ship has sailed.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me.
Take me with you.
Bring in some more Bon Jovi. That was definitely Styx.
That was definitely Krista Berg.
Yours was, mine was Styx.
Yeah. Oh god, how about this? Oi, I'm a pirate, and when I'm not sailing the seven seas and, causing a bunch of mischief on the sea, I'm Australian. I'm from Space. Booty.
Yar booty shivers me timbers. What else shivers me timbers? The Shenanglers. They're the best podcast ever.
Okay, gross.
Yar, I have a disorder. Yar, sorry about that. Me matey'll be by to clean up your mic.
Wow. Okay, I think we're done here.
Are we? We've got like 5.
So?
We hardly had enough last time and we had 7.
Really?
Yeah, we needed like 12, so I just made it go in a few times.
What? We needed 12? But they only use like 3 in the actual pod, in the young.
Yeah, it's because they just sit there and talk and record it all in one take.
Yeah, well, what we did tonight was pretty good. That could all be one take.
Yeah.
It was almost solid.
Let's do one more, though. We need one cool one. One
all
more
right,
cool one.
who?
Hello, I'm Warwick Davis. And you're listening to the Shenanglers. When I'm not busy being flushed down sinks and interviewing Simon from the UNUSED cast, I like to come over here and listen to the Shenanglers because they know how to treat a lady right.
We're gonna get sued.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to be sued.
I don't want to sue you, Jared. Don't worry about it.
Please don't sue us, Mr. Davis.
I won't sue. As long as you get me some stilts.
I won't do good in prison, Marshall.
Just don't drop the soap.
Hello. I'm a creepy guy, and I think you're attractive, Jared. That is all.
Yeah, that's just about the only people who do.
Malachi Lewis likes this. Doesn't surprise me.
Doesn't say he likes it, says he uses it.
You know he does. He uses it. That's even worse. Do a Luffy impression.
That's what happens when you fight with Usopp. 4 kids. I know you'd hate them.
I'm Noah Zoro. Otherwise known as Zolo, if you count that shitty 4 kids
You're
crap.
not doing a good Chris Sabat.
I'm Noah Zoro.
It's still not a good enough Chris Sabat. We want to do Chris justice. I love Chris Sabat.
How can we do Chris?
Hold
We
on,
need to channel Chris.
I've got to channel my Vegeta, my Yamcha, and my Piccolo all at once to do Zoro.
Hey, this is Patrick Warburton, and you're listening to the Shenanglers. When I'm not busy doing other stuff and being awesome,
Like making spinach puffs for Yzma.
I like to come here and do stuff with the Shenanglers. We're good friends and stuff. Yeah. No, we're not. I hate them.
I don't know how good of Patrick Stewart
Patrick
that
Stewart.
was.
It was good at first.
Yeah. Hey.
I can't do it right now. Fuck.
Hey. You're listening to the Shenanglers.
Hey, this is Bon Jovi.
Gosh dang it.
That's all. That's all, folks.
I can't do that. We'll get sued for this.
Good. I don't want us to use that.
This is John Bon Jovi, and I've got a sexy voice. And I just wanted to tell you, ladies, Jared doesn't know shit about my music. But if he did, he would know that he's wanted, dead or alive, in my bedroom.
Stop.
Because I'm only 5'2", and I'm 50, and I look like I'm only 32. Explain that bullshit.